Okay, hi Chucky. This is another thought I have. Okay, in the work process. What I've done here is I've added just a simple switch layer. Okay, um, and labeled it main timeline. And so let me just go in here and work with the blue layer. Hey, actually, I'm going to start on the clean layer, and I'm going to pull up the style, the HB pencil, and I'm going to come over here. I have a Wacom, but I'm going to do this with the mouse. I'm just going to run some circles across the screen. Oops, I need my onion skins on. So I'll make this kind of short. So there's three, and I have the frame by frame. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this up on the main timeline. Okay, and we have the frame by frame to there. So now I want to add rig. So how would I go about doing that? So what happens if we add a bone layer down the timeline? Now, of course, the visibility goes there, but I'm not really concerned about that. All I'm concerned about is a bone layer with a vector. Okay. And notice I haven't pushed it up on the main timeline yet because I want to see that last drawing on the frame by frame. So I'm going to go into the vector and I'm going to draw another circle here. And I'm going to go back to the bones. And I'm just going to give it some funky rigging. Okay. And I'm going to go down the timeline. Now I'm going to do a little animation on that. Now I don't need to see this anymore, so I'm going to turn that off. And if I turn it back on, you get to see where it's going. So something like that. All right. Close out the frame 12. So now I'm going to push this up on the main time underneath the frame by frame. And I'm going to go back to here, which is frame 6. And I'm going to add a switch in for it so that we get the frame by frame and then that. And of course, if I want to duplicate this layer, I could go back in and start doing frame by frame. So let's duplicate that layer because I don't want to give it up. So now I have the last frame showing. Hey, I'm gonna go back into clean, and I'm gonna just draw a little bit more. Yeah. Okay, you get the idea. So now I've got the frame by frame animation. And of course, right there is where I want to switch to, that's because I pushed it into layer 5. Let's do this the right way. And I'm still getting pushed into layer 5. Yeah. There we go. And now I want to go to... So now I've got, a mix of rigged and... So I'm not happy with this. I want to, the beginning, I want to stretch this out. So what I'm going to do is go back into this layer, into the clean, and I'm going to add a little bit more animation by putting a little more, few more frames in here. Okay, so now I've got this. All right, so let's go back to the main timeline. And now what I need to do is I need to push, oops, come on, stop being a pain. I'm going to push this down so that, but now of course, this is in the wrong position. So what I'm going to do back is go back to layer 5. Okay. And what I'm going to do is that I'm actually going to pull it off the main timeline. I'm going to bring it back down. So now I can see where the end is. And so not only can I move the timeline up to where the change is, but I'm going to grab this and I'm going to rotate it a little bit. Rotate. And move it into a different spot. So now you can see the, and now of course this one needs to be adjusted. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this back where it was. I'll pull this down off that line. And I'm going to move it up to here. And put it back. Now I should be pretty much, this one's a little off. So, and this frame by frame, it's not going in the direction I want. So let's take a look at it. But anyway, you get the idea. Okay, thanks for watching.